That's gotta be super fucking annoying. Sorry, guys. This thing is 1 minute long, and I don't have a way to pause my music from here. What a long intro, I've just realized. Hey, there we are. It's me. It's actually me. It's me in person, live, right now. Coming at you. Let me enable the chroma key so that you guys can see chat really quick. There we go. That's better. Theoretically. Cool, cool. So today, first of all, welcome everyone. Thank you for tuning in. My name is Nico. I go by Cointrick and cointricktwitch online. Today, I'm going to try to make a watermelon cordial, which is what this is. I have about 1.5 gallons of juiced watermelon. I don't know how much there's going to be after I strain all of this stuff, and I don't particularly have the need for 1 gallon of cordial, so some of this may end up becoming cider at the end of this whole exercise. But essentially, what's going to happen in a few steps, some of you have seen me make cordial in the past. The very first thing that I need to do is strain off all of these thick solids that are up here at the top. If we look at camera 2, all of this chunk stuff that's at the top, I need to find a way to strain that off, and then once I have something that is like most entirely liquid, then I'm gonna add sugar, and I may add a little bit of acidity just for like shelf stability and stuff like that too. Tuxedo, what's up? Welcome back. Sid the King, by the way, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. Logan, thank you for tuning in on YouTube. I will drink that shit up. I don't know about that, because I made this over a week ago. I made this for Rosalie's birthday. So maybe not a great idea, but we'll see. And case in point, one of the main reasons that I think everyone should learn how to make cordials if you're gonna make stuff at home is it gives you something to do to get a little bit more mileage out of some of the produce stuff that you have to get, because sometimes you get so much produce that you don't know what to do with all of it all at once. And rather than having to throw some of it away, I'd like to show you guys how to make something really cool out of that instead of wasting potentially a lot of stuff. So, first I'm gonna need a pot. And then I have a large colander down here somewhere. I do not know where, but I do know that it is down here. Or it should be. If it is down here, it's been lost. There's, well, I found a scale, which will also come in handy here in a little bit. I have a funnel, and I have something that may actually be better. Yeah, this may actually work better. I have, a nut milk bag. Oh god! Your knees are supposed to make that noise when you're older. So basically, this is enormous. I don't need this much. Hold on. I think this one is technically smaller. But basically, I'm going to use this instead of like a traditional strainer to catch some of this stuff as I'm pouring it out. So, wish me luck. We'll see how this goes. There we go. This is a strongman stream, actually. Let's give it a whiff, make sure it's still Oh yeah, that's fine. Cool. Perfect. That's the sound you want it to make, I think. Hold on. Oh boy. Alright. So this is not 100%, as the kids say, sanitary, because I'm gonna have to use my bare hands for a lot of this stuff. Oh, it's so cold. But here's the cool thing about using these bags rather than a strainer. I can just... Yeah, there we go. Hydra, what is up? Welcome, thank you for tuning in on YouTube. Eddie, please, and Synchro Ambi, welcome back, you guys. Thank you for tuning in on Twitch. Well, the good news is that this smells phenomenal. The bad news is that it's incredibly cold because this has been in the fridge for a week. Which means this is going to require a little bit of patience. Oh, God. Alright. Short break. Short break from squeezing that. That is way too cold. Too cold. Let's... this way. Yeah. Mirror image. That's how that works. Oh, that's why I can't see that. That's my juicer and it's green. Time to watch on both platforms. Hey, the real MVP. Thank you. So I made a couple of TikToks today, actually, and I made a third one that I'm banking because I want to edit it. It's not exactly a story time, but it is in the same vein of some of the stories that I tell. It's more of like a TikTok with a lesson. But there's another one that I wanted to record today that I had to tell myself to not do. There's a home bar... Oh my god, this is not going to make as much sense if I can't remember this kid's name. But there's a home bartender on TikTok, and I think his username is Let's Booze or Keep It Boo. I think it's Keep It Boozy, one word. He's a home bartender, which is great. That's fine. It's another way of just saying he's a mixologist. And he made a video basically recommending, you know, some equipment for when you get started making drinks, or when you decide you want to get started making drinks at home. I think that's as much life as I'm going to get out of this thing. And it's a fine video, right? He recommends only 3 pieces of equipment, which is pretty impressive. Most people would be like, oh, you need shakers and a stirring glass and a stirring rod and like 2 different kinds of strainers and 3 different kinds of shakers, and you don't really need all that stuff. You really do only need 3 things. And I was going to respond because I didn't fully... Cut to camera 3 here. I didn't fully agree with the premise that he made, or at least I thought I didn't. And then I had to think about it a little bit more. Oh my god, this is all just gonna be stuck in here forever. So the 3 pieces of advice, the 3 pieces of equipment that he recommended. By the way, Screeching Shadows, welcome back, man. Death Note PC, welcome back, dudes. He recommended, just to really quickly, a shaker, a strainer, and some speed pours, which are fine recommendations. But there were two things that you shouldn't do when you're at home. It just didn't feel like it was a big enough point to make a whole TikTok about, right? And I didn't want everyone to be like, oh, we need to like jump on this dude, like, fuck this guy, he has no idea what he's talking, whether it's me or my friend, because we're mutuals on TikTok. But there are 2 things that I felt like should probably be addressed, but maybe just not by me. The shaker that he recommended is a cobbler shaker, which is only useful when you're only making 1 drink at a time and you have all the time in the world and you don't mind making a mess. Then it's off, then it's fine. Also, recommending a cobbler shaker and a strainer is redundant. But that's not the second thing. The second thing is that he recommended speed pours for beginners, which is like... I mean, I get that it's like cool to be able to just go whoosh and just pour straight into whatever you're doing. But if you want to actually be good at this, instead of just looking like you're good at doing this stuff, I would recommend you just start with a measuring utensil. You can just start with a measuring cup. Like, you don't need to get a jigger or whatever. You can start with whatever you have on hand. But I was like, you know what? It's a home bartender making content for home bartenders. Like, fine. They'll figure it out on their own. What are we making today? I am making a watermelon cordial currently. We're gonna see how it goes. Let's see what happens if I try and strain this again. Back into the original vessel. It smells great down here. It smells really refreshing. Alright. Basically, I am trying to make sure that the consistency of the watermelon juice is more or less homogeneous, which just means it's the same consistency and density all throughout. What that does is it means that there are fewer solids that will cause this to basically go bad. Which is one of the reasons why you want to make a cordial in the first place, right? Is to extend the shelf life of some of the ingredients that you're working with. I think we got it, because that's pretty much everything that was already in this bag after the first pass. So, this is going to go in the sink. I am going to wipe my hands off really quickly. Gucci Gang, what's up, man? Welcome back. Hey, thank you for the cheers, dude. I appreciate it. Speaking of cheers, I should probably pour a shot here in a minute. Alright, so, important step. This is probably all going to end up turning into cider, because I don't know what else to do with it. I have way more the watermelon that we started with looked like a dragon's egg. It was like as tall as my daughter. So, let's turn this on. I'm going to get the weight of the watermelon juice that I have. Cool. Uh, 1.226 kilograms. So, really quick, because I happen to have 2 limes, I'm going to add these, which is going to be about 3/4 an ounce of lime juice. That extra acidity, because watermelon is normally, it's not alkaline, but somebody check this for me, because I looked it up like 9 weeks ago. Watermelon, I believe, has a pH that's normally between 4 and 5. And normally I think it's closer to 5. Or it's 5 to 6. I don't remember exactly, but I do know it's way more alkaline than something like lime. So you can't, or you shouldn't use exactly the same methods for turning this into a cordial than you would use to make like a lime cordial. So just a little bit of acidity to lower that pH should go a long way. And now we have 1.24, about 1.25 grams. So now I need to add the same amount in sugar, which is going to be hopefully relatively easy. Why does it say push? Oh, brilliant. What you need? Okay, that doesn't do anything else. All right, so tare here. I need 1.25, which may be a lot in retrospect. That might be like this whole thing of sugar. Does it tell me? This whole thing full would only be half of a kilogram. This is the entire live stream. It's just going to be me adding sugar to this thing. It's going to be the most American live stream you've seen from me. Hi, I'm the only guy here from Beffer. Well, I think Guji's here. I'm relatively positive Guji is male. Also, I'm a dude, so there's that. What makes you... Wait, what would make you say that? I did, though, recently have it demonstrated to me that somehow the majority of the people that show up to my live streams are female. On YouTube, I was the only one watching. Oh, okay. I'm streaming right now to YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. All at the same time. .54. Ah, so the measurement on here might be exactly right. Wow, what are the odds? Hold on. I want it to be wrong. I want there to be too much. There we go. It was wrong. It's actually 568 grams, not 567. Also, I've already used some of this to make simple syrup. So, essentially, I'm missing 750 grams of sugar. A little bit less than 750 grams. So, let me scoot some things out of the way, because I need to put an induction top up here, which may be a relatively messy process. And what we're going to use the induction top for, essentially, is we're going to warm up the liquid so that the sugar incorporates a little bit easier, but we're also going to be kind of pasteurizing this. Those of you who don't know how pasteurization works, it's the thing that makes your milk last longer in the fridge, if you keep milk in your fridge, if you have milk, regular dairy milk. Anyway, basically, without boiling something, you heat something up and keep it just over like your regular room temp. So you would heat something up to like 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which wouldn't be enough to boil it. And you just keep it there for like 30 minutes, 5 to 30 minutes. And what that does is it kills off it like denatures the bacteria and all the microbes and things that would normally be in your liquid, so that it lasts longer, right? As long as you transfer it without contaminating it. Buffer, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, man. And thanks for double dipping, showing up here on Twitch. Now I'm here too. The real MVP's double dip. All right. Where's my induction top? Here he is. All right. This thing is getting beat up. This is the same thing we used to like make beer and stuff, and it's crazy everything I've used this thing for. This might be like one thing that I would recommend you should have behind your bar at home, especially if your bar like isn't in your kitchen, because like my kitchen is technically right above me, so I don't like having to run all the way up there to do stuff, and I also don't like making a mess of my kitchen.
God damn it!
This doesn't need to be. I need to set this to warm, essentially. EO. Perfect. The lowest this will go is 140 degrees, which is going to be fine for incorporating this and pasteurizing what we have. This is in Fahrenheit right now, but basically you just want it to be under your boiling point. Which in Fahrenheit would be, I think, 212 typically, because most of this is going to be water content. It should actually be a little bit higher than 212, because there are extra like ions and things here in this. I'm not going to get fully into it, but we learned all this when we were making beer. The boiling point of this is going to be a little bit higher than 212 degrees Fahrenheit, which is a little bit higher than 100 degrees centigrade. Apparently, comments from YouTube don't pop up behind you. No, they do. But you are on Twitch. These are all... Look, if someone's commenting from YouTube, this thing right here will be a YouTube icon. But you can test it really quick if you want. You can go to YouTube and see if it shows up. I'll know. I'll be able to read it, because I'm reading from, like, another screen that you guys can't see. Yay! Science! No, I sent a comment on YouTube, but it didn't show up. Oh, it didn't? Weird. All of these are from Twitch so far. I can't scroll up from where I'm standing, but if you want to send one more comment on YouTube, we'll see if it shows up. Okay, cool. This looks like it's working somewhat. Where's my thermometer? This is why we can't have nice things. I'm gonna put a child lock on the bar so that no one else can come in here when I'm not here. I'm tired of losing my stuff. I feel like I'm not being fair. I am probably the one that has misplaced the thermometer, because I distinctly remember seeing it like yesterday. And I might have seen it because I was like, oh, that doesn't go there. And I moved it somewhere else that doesn't go. Oh, wait. Also, before I forget, kind of important to stir this so that the sugar doesn't caramelize at the bottom. I wish we still had the top-down camera to show you guys what this looks like. Yeah, no, not working. Weird. Maybe it's something that I don't have enabled in the settings. Yo, first time here. King Dark, or Dark High, welcome. Thank you for tuning in, showing up in chat, and showing up on Twitch. How's it going? We're making some watermelon cordial here, which is basically just sweetened pasteurized watermelon juice. I don't know of another way to describe that. Chat test from Hydra. Yeah, Hydra's shows up right here. That's a YouTube comment. I love that this guy's making a show for 7 people. Well, I mean, honestly, I rather this than... I could post on TikTok and tell people that I'm live, but I like having a small crowd for my live streams because it means it's easier for me to actually get to know you guys and remember each of you individually. If everyone from my social media showed up all at once, I wouldn't even know how to handle it. I don't know how to put on a show for that many people for this long. I feel like I would get overwhelmed by like, oh, hey, what's up? Oh, hey, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. For like 10 minutes, and then I'd be like, I need to use the bathroom for like 20 minutes. It shows some, it doesn't show others. That's weird. There's your YouTube comment right there. Hey, what are you cooking from? Dead. Welcome, thank you for tuning in, showing up in chat, and showing up on Twitch. Just logged. I am making a watermelon cordial, but right now I'm pasteurizing it, which just means basically I'm keeping it at a heat that's just below boiling to dissolve some sugar that's in here. I think you just ignore people and do your own thing when there's too many. Well, I would feel bad. I mean, that's also not what I want to use this platform for. Like, I already have a hard enough time, like, trying to remember the people who actively follow me on, like, TikTok. I wouldn't do this if I didn't think I could use it as a way to, like, get to know you guys. Until I have, like, the chance to really make this into a show with like segments that I can plan out and stuff like that. But for now, I like that it gives me the chance to just like talk to you guys directly. Yeah, and there's the, there's the YouTube comment. This is starting to smell like a watermelon flavored candy, which is like great in my opinion. I love watermelon flavored things. Alright, I'm going to siphon some of this off because I'm not going to be able to add any sugar to this right now, but I have to do it back here because I'm probably going to spill some of it. Alright. No tears, only dreams now. There we go. Alright. Let's see if I can make up the difference. Probably not. With confectioner's sugar. Or basically refined sugar, powdered sugar, whatever. Hannah, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. This is fun. I have ADHD, so streams are not for me, but I enjoy being on them when I like... Oh, thank you. When I like the person. It has to be either engaging or chill enough for me to be there. I try to, like, strike a balance between doing something that's interesting and entertaining, but also just kind of, like, droning enough that you could leave me on in the background and walk away, and you wouldn't be like, oh, shoot, I missed the whole live stream. It's really not that serious. Alright, Hannah, what am I taking a shot of? Is it gonna, like, destroy this thing if I try and put this hot pot on top of here? Alright. This is gonna be difficult, guys. This is gonna be like a sludge for a minute. Oh, is this gonna be like all of my sugar? Yeah, well, damn near perfect though, so I'll take it. The benefit of using that like filtered ultra fine sugar is that it will break down and like go into solution much faster. And this is just my opinion, one of the drawbacks is that it tends to make your solution like overly like jello-y. Mixed with Bramble 50/50. Malfi and I don't actually really like the Bramble when there's no like acidity to go with it. You're gonna have to tell me how your name is pronounced, but I believe it's either Keelan or Kylan. Welcome, thank you for tuning in, showing up on YouTube. How's it going? Is this for something or just for fun? It sure is, buddy. It sure is. It sure is. No, it's a little bit of both. A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. I try to go live from my bar about 3 times a week, get to know some of the people in my social media circle, and make something, teach you guys something, just generally have a good time and get to know as many of you guys as I can. So it's Kylan, right? Oh my god, this is gonna take so long. Give it the bartender stir for no reason. Kat, what's up? How's it going? What is that? This is watermelon cordial. I don't really have a good angle for you guys to see like what's really in here, but essentially, essentially there's about a kilo, because that makes it sound cooler. But there's a decent amount of watermelon juice in here that's been strained a lot. This is the rest of it. I didn't use all of it. This is about a gallon of watermelon juice. And then I've added an equal mass of sugar to the watermelon juice. And right now what I'm doing is I'm incorporating as much of the sugar as will willingly go into solution. And then I'm going to strain it one more time. And this is also pasteurizing the solution just a little bit. Because it's well over like your regular room temperature. This should be about 140 degrees. And I'm just going to keep it at this temperature and stir it around. And that will denature some of the enzymes. And it'll kill some of the bacteria and microbes that would normally be in here. So, and then we'll use this we can use it for cocktails. But you can also use this to make just like really cool limeades. You can throw this in your Sprite or your club soda or your ginger beer. I'm making myself thirsty. Speaking of which, I was supposed to take a shot. It's putting on the Ritz. What if I do it this way? There we go. Perfect. All right, what am I taking a shot of? Said, take a shot of Malfi and the blackberry raspberry gin that I have, which is this guy. So it's a shot of two different gins put together. And this is the Malfi Citron gin that I have. So wish me luck, I guess. We're gonna see how this turns out. No! No, that's my favorite photo. That's my second favorite photo. Okay, I'll put those down there for now. Alright, cool. Raise them if you got them. You do not have to have a glass, and if you do have a glass, you do not have to have alcohol in it. But thank you guys for tuning in, sticking around, showing up. I do appreciate it. Here's to you. Cheers. I don't like it. I would rather take a shot of pure gin. Hannah, do you enjoy that? A gin shot, you're nasty. From Leandro Cinco. Welcome, thank you for tuning in, showing up on YouTube. It looks sparkly. So this is a green screen behind me. So anything that I have that's green just looks weird. There's some green on that blue label, so it makes it kind of look... It's not sparkly, but the green spots look see-through, I guess, so it kind of looks like it should be sparkly. See that? There's some green in this blue label, and that's what's causing it to do that. Still love you, though. Even though I take shots of gin. Salmon en route. That's weird. They're not even in season. They must be traveling upstream. Which salmon can do. Fun fact. Kinda looks cool, though. Oh, the label? Maybe that's gonna be the new fad in, like, label making, bottle making is gonna be, like, having those impurities and like having shimmery, shiny labels to grab everyone's ADD. Man, I don't even remember why I bought this bottle. I don't even like gin, but the bottle's so shimmery. I can't look away. Somebody needs to capitalize on that. Like either a bottle that's like designed for people with neurodivergencies, or a top that has like a tiny fidget spinner or something, and it's like the top for like a bottle of vodka, but you can like just watch it spin around. Thoughts on mushroom coffee? I don't like it. I've only tried it once because my brother has some of it. I was not a fan. He was so confident too, bless his heart. He came up to me and he was like, "Hey Nico, try my latte." Which, as someone who spent years as a barista, I knew it wasn't a latte. Not least of which because he made it in a blender. So I was like, okay, sure. I tried it and I was like, it's not bad. I would just never find myself in a moment going, man, you know what I really want? Something that tastes like wet sand. Not mud. Something that tastes like wet sand. Shot glasses with fidget spinners. Or, what about like a shot glass? Welcome to the ADD mixology stream. What about a shot glass that, when I have a good example, so like this one, you see how it has all of this extra space down here? What if it, and there's an air bubble in there. So what if you hid something in there, like a spinner or something, or just something glittery, so that when you look at the bottom of the glass, it's just like mesmerizing. We can dream, all right? Alcohol. It's what dreams are made of. Anyway. I would love to see some coffee videos. I'm an idiot. I don't want to see what's on camera for. Nothing, apparently. Let me fix that. This guy is supposed to be over here, and for good reason. Come here, bud. Yeah, there we go. This is going to be really confusing for anyone who's not seen what the setup normally looks like. Alright. There we go. So that's camera 4. This is really, and it's too low right now because I was using this tripod to film TikToks. This is my espresso machine. It's like your regular, it's called like the Breville Barista Mate 350 XL whatever. It's fine, but it's a single boiler, which is a pain in the ass because that means I have to choose between either pulling a shot, which the machine does fine, or steaming milk, which the machine does not fine. Does Goldschlager still exist? Goldschlager most definitely still exists. Coffee cocktail videos? Maybe that's one of the ones I should do. So, the next one that I believe that we're recording, we're releasing videos on the Long Island iced tea this week, which I know is ironic, and we missed the chance to do videos on the Negroni instead. But we're doing the Long Island iced tea this week. Next week, I'm planning on doing martinis. The week after that, I'm doing whiskey sours. So next month, when we are like fully into fall, I may do one that's like all coffee cocktails. And then like all like boozy, like chest warming cocktails. Like week to week. Those of you who don't know, by the way, on our YouTube channel, some of you are already watching on YouTube, so you've probably seen this. We have a series of videos on like how to make and master and then make your own like classic cocktails. So we've done the old-fashioned Manhattan daiquiri. We're doing the Long Island iced tea, which has already been recorded, and we're releasing that this week. We did the Last Word last week. Hannah might remember another one that I've done. Have I done one on, what was the, oh, the Margarita was another one that we did. Because I was like, I made a Cosmo for one of these. But that was for the Margarita video. Fun fact, the Cosmo is technically a kind of margarita. Fight me on it. This is a hill I will die on. But I probably won't have to. Hot toddies. Actually, that's a really good one. Just doing like a whole segment on hot cocktails. Why don't you capitalize on that idea? Capitalize on the coffee cocktail idea, or... By the way, I'm not well-to-do. You wouldn't know it by looking at the stuff that I get to do sometimes, but it's not like I am Scrooge McDucking in my money. I just choose to not be motivated by money, which is something that I'm fortunate to be able to take that stance. But it means that I get to do this for the right reasons, right, for now. So I'd rather not think of it as like capitalizing on something or like selling out or like trying to cash in on whatever's trendy. If I feel like I have a lot to teach you guys about coffee and coffee cocktails, then I'll do a video on it. By we, do you mean just you? I don't remember the exact phrasing that I used and what I was talking about, but sometimes by we I mean me, sometimes by we I mean like me and you guys, the community. Or do you actually have a team? Oh, that too. I do also have a team, but they're all hundreds of miles away in DC, so they help me with what they can. But for now, while I'm here and they are there, there's not really a whole lot they can do. I have a graphic designer who we just brought on last week, and he makes thumbnails for now. For me, he does other stuff for like other people. And then I have an editor who edits at least 3 of my videos every week. He does all those mixology videos, the Build-A-Bar videos. He puts those together. And then I have an agent that reaches out for like sponsors and stuff like that. I have a content director, producer, who kind of tells me like best practices, like, hey, maybe this week we try and push out an extra TikTok or whatever, or maybe you try and jump on a trend or something like that. Which is why I just released the TikTok that's like the Good Soup TikTok, which is, it's harder to like do an inverted lip sync than you would think. We're working on... Oh, I meant my team in that instance then. Good soup. Damn, you're really onto something. Why are you so unpopular? Algorithm didn't pick you up yet? Oh, wait. I don't talk about it a lot because I don't know how to bring this up naturally, but I have a social media following that's almost 1.5 million people across different platforms. I just don't tell everyone when I'm going live because I would be terrified if 1 million people showed up in my live stream. You seem like $1 million man, yet you're out here with like 7 viewers. Weird. This is not how I make my money. This is also not how I choose to make my money. But I like doing these live streams so that I can just talk to you guys and answer questions in real time, instead of having to like find a question and being like, what's the lesson here? And then like figuring out how to tell a story around that. This is a lot easier for me. It's like low load, and you get to see what I'm actually like, like relatively unfiltered. Like, you've already heard me swear a lot, which I don't do in my TikToks. I've taken a shot, and I think on TikTok, I've had maybe 6 drinks ever in like the 1.5 years that I've been on TikTok. I don't have TikTok, I wouldn't know. There's that. I have 24 point something thousand on Instagram, and then I have 267 followers on Twitter. TikTok police gonna get ya. Yeah, that's actually something I didn't realize I did correctly, and it didn't dawn on me until I had been making videos every week for 3 months that I almost put one out when I took a sip of a drink, and I was like, wait a second, I've never actually done this on the platform yet. And I realized maybe I shouldn't. One, to set a good example, and also maybe the algorithm is pushing my videos because I'm not actually drinking in them. But my team, when I spoke to them last week, they were like, yeah, forget that. Just start drinking in your videos. How long have we been live? About 40, so that should be enough actually to have pasteurized this a goodly amount. Cool, cool. It's hot. Don't do as I do, if I haven't made that clear already. All right, where are my wipes? Everything must be sanitary. Welcome to the ASMR cleaning stream. We don't make mistakes, only happy accidents. Anyway. We've had super ripe watermelon chilling in some tequila in the fridge for 3 months. Jesus. Why? Why so long? I mean, and like, I'm not being incredulous. I'm genuinely curious because there actually, to my knowledge, there's not like a golden standard for like, it should be only in there for like 67 days. That doesn't exist. It's really just up to your personal taste. But I would imagine the watermelon would have completely deteriorated by now. We don't drink often. Okay. I can't identify with that. Unfortunately. It's still cute. Drink the tequila, or do you eat the watermelon? Or do you eat the tequila and drink the watermelon? I'm confused. I need answers. Also, I need to fix this camera because this is gonna bug me. That's... God, I'm just gonna have to manhandle this. I'll show you guys what I'm doing. I have to move this camera around a whole lot. There we go. That's a little marginally better, I guess. Is it zoomed all the way out? Sure it is. Okay, cool. You have a Instagram? How did I not know? Yeah, I believe I'm cointricktwitch on Instagram, but I think you can also use the Instagram command if you're in Twitch chat to bring that up. How do I get that into a bottle? Almost. Let's not pretend like this is going to be clean and painless. Just spilling like pure sugar water. The ants are gonna be thrilled. Alright. Why does it do that? Why is this picture so terrible? Hold on. Pouring out of this thing was a lot more consistent. Yeah, there we go. So. There we go. If you know, you know. Trying to keep all the mess on one mat for now. Alright. Let's put a speed 4 on this guy. And then I'm gonna rinse off the outside of the bottle. And there we go, watermelon cordial. I didn't do it. Whoa, wait a second. Hold on. First of all, how dare you? And also, thank you. And who are you? What's going on? What is this?
Wait a second.
Why do I sound like a really terrible Rick Sanchez?
Wait a second. God
Call
damn
it. Oh, guys, I can't even see who rated. No!
Wait a second.
No!
God
Who rated? Guys, welcome. Max Danzinger. Welcome. Thank you for the raid. I appreciate it. Guys, thank you for the new follows. If you don't know who I am, very special welcome. My name is Nico. I go by Cointrick and Twitch online. And tonight, I've been telling stories, answering questions, making drinks, and I've made a watermelon cordial. Pretty much from scratch. We've seen all of the steps to make this, except for the actual juicing of the watermelon, which was really fun, but really boring to watch, probably. Guys, thank you for all the new follows. Thank you so much. I wish I could keep up with reading these, but now I feel like it's too late. Max, thank you for the raid, man. I do appreciate it. This is the largest raid I think I've gotten in like a year. Ryan might kill me for that. That's not a challenge, by the way. My other friends, that's not a challenge. Max, how did you find me? The drummer for the band set it off rated. Oh, interesting. Hold on.
Wait a second.
I'm not listening to the band right now, I believe. One of my viewers mentioned you. Oh, sweet. Who? Also, thank you for tuning in, sticking around in chat. So many people raid and then like don't actually show up. I appreciate it. Who mentioned me? Yeah. Man, I followed a couple of drummers. I still follow a couple of drummers on Twitch. So I'm wondering if it is like traveled up through all that. I myself am not a drummer. I do have a bunch of other instruments. I'll show you guys really quick. That's more bar stuff. Those are the main ones. There's down there. There we go. There's another guitar down there, and then there's a cello. There's an accordion back there. There's a piano. But yeah, my family would never let me learn how to play anything percussion oriented. But also, Gundams. I'm a weeb. I'm not ashamed of it. Okay, I own it proudly. More or less. I don't talk about it a lot, but I'm proud. Closeted weeb. You're welcome. Thank you. Technically, those are actually 2 Gundam. And by the way, is the plural Gundams? You know what? Whatever. Never mind. I don't care. I do care. I want to know. I'm going to Google it later. It's going to drive me crazy. There are only 2 Gundam kits there. The other one is a kit that has auxiliary parts because I'm that guy. I mentioned you to Max from Goddess of the War. Is it War by Fire? Like, I feel like an idiot for asking, but I really don't want to butcher your username. Thank you for mentioning me. I appreciate it. Shun Mine, welcome back, dude. Nico, I made a candy corn moonshine. It's what? Hold on. Wait. Nico, I made a candy cane moonshine. It's 150 proof, and it's good as hell. Man, if I can, I'll send you some. As long as it's not a felony. I think, hopefully. War and fire. The X means and. Okay, cool. Green screen looking nice from Nazrito. Welcome back, man. How's it going? How's it been? I need to make a lot more bottles of that. I just realized I probably don't have enough bottles. Alright, hopefully this time I don't make such a tremendous mess. Micah Sophia, welcome. Thank you for the new follow. I appreciate it. How's it going? Damn it. It's always just too much. It's a bartender trick. So you leave the funnel in there and you pour out what's on top of the funnel. And then try and make sure there's like about an inch to an inch and a half of air on top. Perfect. And then you can put a speed pour in there. Or just a cap, because some of these will just be gifts. I don't need a whole gallon of this stuff. Or whatever that is in metric, 3.3 liters. I think somebody Google that. I'm trying to be better about like remembering to translate between metric and imperial. I was gonna say empirical, and then I was like, that's not what that word means. What are you doing? I have made watermelon cordial, which is basically a sweetened watermelon preserve? I don't know how to describe it besides just calling it a cordial at this point. But basically, watermelon juice, it's filtered so that there isn't any pulp in there. It's pasteurized, so it's put on low heat to kill any bacteria, denature any enzymes that might cause your thing to go awry. And then there's some sugar added for, well, to keep it shelf stable, because sugar is a preservative, and also to make it sweet. So I like making stuff like this as gifts, and I'll also try to make sure I always have lime cordial behind the bar, because it makes a whole lot of drinks a lot easier, and it's way cooler than just having like sweet and sour mix or whatever. Emo Kitty Ash Ember, what's up? I don't understand half of those words. I apologize. Bat Kiwi 1, what's up? I've only been here for a couple of minutes, but this is calming, nice and chill. Thank you, I try. I can't hear the music, by the way, so the music may ruin it for you eventually, because it's just a random non-copyright playlist. So that's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. I need to grab another cap for this guy. Aww. Too sticky. I feel like tomorrow I'm just gonna look over this footage and I'm just gonna try and make like a really haphazard, like good soup TikTok. Good soup. I don't understand much of it, but I appreciate the explanation. So sometimes I use words, period. Sometimes I use words, fun fact. Sometimes I use words that are just like in the back of my mind that describe something incredibly specific, and I don't know how to not do that. English wasn't my first language. English was my third language, but I came into English the same way that like native German speakers speak English. So when there's a word that means exactly what I'm trying to say, I will always use that word. And I don't know how to talk around things, or I'm not good at it. Damn, the quality is so much better on YouTube. Is it? Is it? I feel like it's dependent on your connection. Also, what is this? I think this is an old shopping list. It sure is. 2 aux cables. Digital optical cable. Yep. I don't need that. I was hoping it was money. It was not money. What's your favorite video game slash video games? The two that I've played the most are Destiny, the entire franchise, and predominantly on console. Somebody always asks. And World of Warcraft, but I haven't played WoW since just coincidentally I ended my subscription 3 days before the whole kerfuffle with like how they were mistreating the minority employees in Blizzard and stuff like that. I just happened to have not played for 2 months, and then I canceled my subscription. And then 3 days later, I saw this article, and I was like, well, I'm not renewing my subscription anytime soon. I just happened to have played that more than anything else. Right now, I'm playing a lot of Destiny 2, currently, mostly PvP. And I'm waiting for the Hearth and Home for Valheim to drop, which is in... Math. Hold on. What day? Don't ruin it. 5 days. It's in 5 days. And then... there's also the newest season, or the newest pack for Magic the Gathering is coming out in September at some point. So I'm excited for that. What is it? It's like Welcome to Innistrad or something like that. I don't know, but it's like haunted horror themed. So there's like werewolves and vampires and some like Lovecraftian type horror stuff in there. So I'm excited for that because I love all of those things. And then there's also a D&D source book coming out this month. It's all like in the second half of September, but I'm excited. I'm excited for all that stuff. If you couldn't tell, I can't really stay focused on one thing for very long. So if I play a single game for more than a week, it's a small miracle in and of itself. I'm having 2 streams and I keep switching between them. The difference is pretty big. Oh, is it? Really? Can you... I don't actually know if there's like a method for changing your resolution on Twitch. I think there is, but I don't know how it works. Nick Trolls, welcome. Thank you for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Final Fantasy XIV is the best. I tried it very quickly. I tried it very briefly. 4 years ago? 4 years ago on PS4, I think. And I got just so... I was enamored with like the world and the mechanics of how everything works and how you're supposed to build up your character. But like my ADD brain can't stay focused on one thing long enough, so I just like, I made a character and I picked up like level 1 or something in all of the jobs, or every single one that I could find, and then I was like, you did good. That's all we need to do. And then I never came back to the game after that. I might now, but I also don't know if I'm ready to commit to like a whole other MMO. Because every time I play I've played a lot of MMOs in my time, like World of Warcraft, City of Heroes, DCUO, Champions Online, a lot of comic book MMOs. I played Nexus Online when I was really, really young. I played like MapleStory, RuneScape in all of its iterations. And I played Final Fantasy XIV. I know myself well enough to know that I can't just try it out. I have to like go whole hog. And right now, the only MMO that I'm like remotely interested in is Crowfall, and even that one is kind of difficult because it's so like time sensitive isn't the right word, but like there's such a huge investment in your own personal time in that game to get anything out of it. It used to not be that way, but I've been playing it since the pre-alpha. But anyway, if I'm going to play an MMO, I'm probably just going to end up jumping back into that and trying something completely new, or, you know, relatively new to me. Hannah was in chat a second ago, and she said, shot 30, but I was responding to something, and I was directing air traffic, which is really important. So, I have a shot glass. Someone please remind me to clean this mat when I'm done with this live stream, because it is a swamp. It is a sugary swamp of watermelon juice. Shots of tequila. There's still something in my eye. Fun little known fact. I can't actually see maybe 60% of what I'm doing when I'm behind the bar. I also played Final Fantasy XIV whole hog at the start for about 3 months, but it does get easier to manage in what you want to do, in my opinion. Your choice, but if you do ever join, definitely let me know. George and I play a lot. Okay, cool. I think if I did play it, like, you two would be the first 2 people. I would just be like, hey, I have no idea what I'm doing. Like, please, like, just drag me around. Okay, I have to go close up work later. Screeching Shadows, thank you for tuning in, sticking around, showing up in chat. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your night, and good luck closing out, dude. The bottle of Jameson on the top left shelf, most to the right. I have a mini version of it. And I have curry powder. Why? I love that I just instinctively know where the bottle of Jameson is on my back bar. For no reason. No reason whatsoever. Ta-da. I do that because I don't know what to do with my hands, not because I like throwing things in the air. Good soup. Anyway, raise them if you got them. I've got a shot of tequila here. You don't have to have a glass, and if you do have a glass, you do not have to have alcohol in it. But thank you guys for tuning in, sticking around, showing up, making this possible. Cheers. Inhale through your mouth. Exhale through your nose. And just let the regret set in. Regret is a free action. My DM taught me that. A little bit of salt. Jameson's pretty good when you're drunk. That's not really like a really good like indictment of am I using that word correctly? Maybe indictment's not the right endorsement. It's the word I'm looking for. It's not really a good endorsement for that. Also, have you guys noticed the new emote that I added? Or maybe it hasn't been approved yet because alcohol. But there is a new emote for everyone that's subscribed and anyone who has enough points, or there should be. I think I made it about 3 or 4 days ago, so it should have been approved. Yeah, there it is. Why is it backwards? It is kind of hard to tell what that is now that I'm seeing it from over here. Because, like, especially right here, that's... Maybe it's easier to see from, like, your phone or from a computer, hopefully. How are you and Rosalie doing? Rosalie's first birthday was actually this past week. A little over a week ago. So she's 1 year old now. I kept saying 1 years old for, like, a month, saying she was turning 1 years old. And then I was like, I sound like an idiot. That sounds stupid. But you know, we're getting by. Hope we can see y'all soon. It'd actually probably be really fun to have you and George like just here at the bar for a live stream at some point. We are moving though at the end of January. We're trying to move up to probably Northern Virginia. I don't know where exactly, and you guys already know what city I live in now, so it's not like I'm trying to hide this from you guys. But I don't want to be like, yeah, we're moving up to Manassas, and then everyone's like, you said you were moving to Manassas. Why are you in Alexandria or whatever? Loriander, thank you for subbing or resubbing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. All subs, bits, tips, donations, and patrons go a long way to make sure that we can continue to do this full time. So thank you for that. And actually, I just realized I still have your bottle and I never actually sealed it. So I need to write your name on it again. Also, I found my thermometer. It was never misplaced. I am just an idiot. Everything must be shaken like a cocktail. Even your salt shakers. We shake nothing like a salt shaker. We shake everything like cocktails. There we go. Boop. My penmanship's terrible. I'm sorry. Would you say you're a casual or a sweat in Destiny PvP? I'm just Cancer, to be completely honest with you. So when I jump into Destiny PvP, first of all, I only ever play comp, even if I don't think I'm gonna win. I wouldn't say I'm super sweaty because like I actively avoid using all the stuff that everyone else is using. Thank you, Hannah. I appreciate it. So like if I join in during a season and I see like this season I see everyone's using fusion rifles, I'm gonna be like, not using that the entire season. Enough that like I went, I think, an entire year without using my stasis subclass. Only today did I decide to use it again. And boy, it's stupid. It's ridiculous. Like the whole thing is broken. As soon as I started doing that, I couldn't lose. Even when I tried, like I would just run behind people for 10 seconds and then somehow get a double kill. I'm not good at the game, but I might be better than the other people who are relying on those kinds of mechanics to just be viable. God, that was fun though. It's fun to win. Whoop, that's not where my Pink Whitney goes. I need to make sure to not drink all of that in the next 2 days, otherwise Ryan's not going to be upset because he probably doesn't even know that I have it. I enjoyed your chartreuse video. Thank you. Also, good question in the comments asking about the 1605 and the what was it, the 56% the cuvée for the sommeliers. I believe I didn't actually look it up completely. There are actually a lot of different kinds of releases of chartreuse that have happened over the years. But when I said that there are only 6 kinds, I meant like not just broad categories, because like for example, I think the 1605 is technically a form of yellow chartreuse. I meant like things that were in serial production, right? Things that are either still being made in mass scale or things that were made like en masse for a significant amount of time. But there are others that were like only in production, I think, for like a single year at a time, like novelty things that Waron, where they actually make and bottle the chartreuse. They have, I believe they actually own the chartreuse name, so they get to distribute things like that on their own, and they get to just throw the chartreuse label on it. Technically, the VEP, which the Bellissimo Exceptionnellement Prolongé, that comes out of Waron, is one of those. It's not a novelty, but it is something that the distillers there elect to make on their own. It's not technically a recipe that comes from the monks of the Order of Grand Chartreuse, but it is still like in commercial production. But yeah, essentially it's aged, right? So basically what they do with VEP, which is what all the crazy French words that I said, it's abbreviated VEP. They take, I believe, green chartreuse right when it's done aging, and they just leave a small amount of it to continue aging a little bit longer. And then they bottle that under a separate label, and they charge you a little bit more for it, and that's VEP. 1605 is pretty strong. I believe the strongest form of chartreuse is the Elixir Végétal de la Grande Chartreuse, which is the original recipe that was historically the first recipe that was actually made, and that one's 69% alcohol. It was 2 bottles I could get. See, I'd have such a hard time like collecting obscure liquors like that, because I would have a hard time fighting the urge to just drink them. But wait, there's more. Where am I gonna put all of this is probably going to end up being turned into cider. Watermelon cider. I'm just going to add a little bit of lime to it and then pitch some yeast on it, but it's too cold to do that now. Oh. And I don't want to wait the, what is it, like 10 to 20 minutes to wake up the yeast. I'm going to take a shower. It's been nice talking to you. I'll try to catch you on the next stream from Kylan. Thank you for tuning in, sticking around, showing up in chat. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your night. Hopefully we see you next time. Did I buy you a bottle? I must have forgot. You did, sort of. You donated enough that yeah, I think it was a donation. You donated enough that I was like, hey, like pick a bottle under this price point, and you were against your better judgment. You were like, just pick something that you want to have behind the bar. So I, in my infinite willingness to make a joke out of everything, always, at all times, decided that bottle would be a bottle of Pink Whitney, because I am a clown at heart. One of my coworkers asked me once, when I was bartending full-time, I had this really good habit of trying to make my coworkers laugh whenever possible. And I would do it mostly... By the way, Henry, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for saying hi in chat. I appreciate it. I would make these non sequiturs, and it was almost only when we were too busy. So to give you an idea of what this looked like, we would be 3 deep at the bar, over sat and over fire code, and like servers scrambling around like chickens with their heads cut off. And that's like my favorite time to be behind the bar, to be completely honest. And one of the servers they would come up because they're not allowed to handle cash. So they have to bring the cash to the bartenders. The bartenders have to make change. So they would come up to me and go, hey Nico, can I get change for a 20? And I would go, change comes from within. With all of the chaos and everything going on around me. The reason I did this with 2 main reasons. 1, I wanted to see if I could make them laugh. Always. 2, I think there's something valuable about being able to pull people out of the funk of feeling like you're at work. One of the best ways to do that is to just interrupt that thinking for them. Because I know what it's like when you're on the floor and you have like 21 things lined up that you know you need to do. Having like a brief second where you're broken out of that to laugh at a joke, I think is incredibly cathartic. I'm gonna rinse this off because this is very sticky. There's a leak in the sink. What is Pink Whitney? It's not great. It's kind of a novelty. I'll show it to you actually because I still have the bottle. There. It is a pink, I want to say it's a grapefruit infused vodka. Or specifically a ruby red grapefruit or a pink grapefruit infused vodka, but I don't actually know that for sure. Pink lemonade flavored vodka. But yeah, I do have a friend who this is their favorite bottle to have. And they'll be here, I think, in 2 days, hopefully, God willing. And I think you guys will be excited, hopefully, when they're here. But we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. How am I doing on time? I'm doing alright. I still need to figure out what I'm doing with this. That looks like probably about a liter. I'm gonna see if I have a vessel that I can transfer that into. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. An old Roku gin bottle. It should be able to hold all of this because it's 750 mils, which is 25.3 ounces, I think. Or maybe it's 25.16, I don't remember. Is it perfect? No, nothing's perfect. Everything's dead. God is dead. Nothing matters. There we go. how did the mead turn out? I haven't finished it yet. I was told, though, that I am an idiot and that I should transfer it from primary fermentation. And it's been in primary fermentation for like 4 months. So it's probably pretty good and ready, but it's gonna have to stay in a bottle for another several months before it's ready to be drank, because we didn't use any fermentation aid when we made it. Heading out. Have a great night. Kat, thank you for tuning in, sticking around, showing up in chat. I do appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your night. Tell George I said hi. And hopefully I see you guys soon. If anyone's wondering, by the way, Clinkor's in chat. She and I go way back. We went to high school together. She's also a Twitch streamer in her own right, but she does mostly creative stuff. She does at home. She does a lot of like glass etchings and like custom work and stuff like that for people, and that's her thing. She's self-employed. And actually, she got into that way before I got into any kind of content creation. So seeing that from friends like her, but her specifically, like, demonstrated to me that, like, you know what, if I put the effort in, I could be like that. I could be self-sufficient and do something that I really enjoy doing. So it's part of the reason why I'm here. Alright, I'm gonna need to bring a lot of things upstairs when I'm done with all of this. We'll bring... This one's gonna come home with me. And then these are all gonna go in the fridge. You should get her to do your logo on a glass bottle. Yeah, I mean, I could ask. I don't really see any reason beyond scale. I don't see any reason why she wouldn't be able to do something like that. Also, that would be a lot cooler. We keep coming back to this theme of, like, how exactly do you jazz up your bottle, right? I might be able to do that. Like, instead of having a labeled bottle, like with a plastic label or something, just having etched bottles. That would be really cool. I wonder if I could just ask her to do like a dozen or 2 dozen that just like have my logo on the front, like laser etched in there. I don't know, we'll see. I spell it that way because that's the Danish name for it. I kind of assumed that it was like the non-English spelling. I'm excited to play with this now. I never tasted it, I just realized. And I never will, because this thing is on here really tight. Hold on. I'm not going to do that on camera, because that would be gauche. There we go, I did it, and not with my teeth because I wasn't raised in a barn. I used my teeth. Yeah, it just smells like watermelon, to be completely honest. I'm gonna take care of me first. I'm gonna serve myself a soda and not just get plastered. And then I think I'm gonna try and add this to like Sprite and see how that tastes. Watermelon palomas with smoked salt. I don't have smoked salt. I would love to try that if I had more mezcal, which unfortunately I don't. So I need to find a way to work it into my grocery list for next month. So, what were some of the cocktails? We were talking about doing like coffee cocktails, hot cocktails, and Negronis are another school of cocktail that I didn't cover. The same way that like your last words cover like your whole school of cocktails that are all equal parts shaken. Negronis are going to be all of your equal parts stirred cocktails. In just a very cursory, broad strokes way of looking at those as schools of cocktails. That those would be the main points. How am I going to taste this? Yeah, it just tastes like watermelon, actually. It doesn't even taste like watermelon candy. And it's not as sweet as I thought it was going to be, so... I'm going to try something. Give me 1 second. And if I don't like it, I'll let John Luke drink it. I think it'd be really funny if I make John Luke a mocktail and then I give it to him and I'm like, oh yeah, you know, it's got all these like super complicated ingredients in it, and it's really like this cordial that I have a gallon of now. Some Sprite. That's it. Alright, let me measure this out though so that I'm not a complete cretin. Start this with 1.5 ounces of this cordial. Look at that. Consistency seems to be pretty ideal. Really what we're making here is a poor man's Bellini. See how it tastes. It's good. It is a little bit too sweet, so I'm gonna add some acidity to it. Actually, what we're making here is an Italian soda. Much better. Alright, let me give this to John Luke. I'll go tell you guys what his response is like. I'll be right back. Cool. So, in John Luke's words, that's good as fuck. And that's pretty much exactly what he said. Another cool thing about like having these cordials and stuff that I've made is it gives me, whenever I do live events and I show up to bartend someplace, normally I have a handler who like tells me where to go and what to do, and I'm not like bartending in one spot for an entire day, so they just have me set up for like 1 or 2 hours in like a station. So when I have like all of these extra things, like these are the things that help you stand out when you're behind the bar. And then I'm gonna rinse it off one more time because it seems like this is just always going to be sticky. Put this in my bag before I forget. Oh, I just realized I could use those to make flannel cocktails. We'll figure that out. I need to pick up like basil or mint or whatever. I think originally we made it with basil. All of the loose pieces just flying around. Did I shake up a cocktail? Did Reed shake up a cocktail yesterday? It doesn't look like it. There we go. My chunk. And then my work family. You can't see that on camera one, can you? No, you can't. All you can see is me. I'm gonna feel bad about this. I'm gonna rinse this off really quickly because it's just gonna bug me. I spilled so much inside of this mat.
The story of conservation is the story of waste and how it can be prevented.
All right.
From a puff of smoke.
You guys might not be able to see that, but there's a goodly amount of junk trapped in this mat.
Have become scenes of desolation. The timber is gone, and so is the wild game which once was sheltered beneath its shade. Poisonous waste is poured into our rivers, killing the fish and
I
menacing
feel a little
the
bit better
health
about
of
it now.
all of it. Rivers have been so polluted by the refuse from our towns and factories that they are often
Really quick, tail end of the live stream. I'm going to try to find somebody that we can raid here, because I actually need to run back to my home studio to upload a video. It's the Long Island video. It's part 1, so hopefully some of you guys want to see that. I want to see it because I haven't seen it start to finish yet. Let me find somebody here on Twitch that we can raid. And then as far as YouTube goes, I don't know if I can find someone to raid on YouTube. Let me see. Oh, let's raid Greaves. Yeah, I forgot he was going live tonight. think it's going through. I can't really tell. Give me 1 second. Okay, cool. So, if you guys have never been to the end of one of these live streams before, that's okay. We try to remember to raid somebody every time that we're ending a live stream. It's completely voluntary. You opt in or you don't. If you do decide to opt in, fantastic. You'll be taken with me and everyone else who did say yes to watch Greaves, and we'll all be in his chat together. He is a bartender. He's also a pretty prolific music producer right now. And he's live streaming alongside Bartender's Fable, who is another bartender on Twitch, who they can answer tons and tons and tons of your questions, and they're really fun and interesting to watch. So join me in rating them. If you don't decide to opt in, that's okay. You don't have to say yes, and if you don't want to go through with it, I'm not going to hold it against you, and nobody should. But if you stick around, you will end up watching their live stream anyway, because they're going to automatically be hosted here. You just won't be in their chat with the rest of us. But if you want to reach me any other time of the day, any other day of the week, you can DM me on Discord. Keep DMing me until I respond, because sometimes I'll read a message and then I'll have like 15 other things that I need to do and I'll forget that I read it. But thank you guys for all of your help and support. Hopefully I've been helpful and supportive for you all as well. Thanks for tuning in, sticking around, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream tomorrow, 7 p.m. EST. Good night, everybody.